Hi guys, it's Mary. I'm the Frugal Chef. Let's make some curry rub pork chops today in our skillet. We're going to pan fry them and we're going to serve them with a mango salsa. Yeah, this is a great weeknight meal. It can be made very quickly and it's super tasty. I do want you to please take my times with a grain of salt. You just need to make sure that your pork is, at 160 degrees when you put a meat thermometer close to the bone. And the reason I'm saying this is because, number one, I use pretty thick pork chops, and maybe yours are not as thick. Number two, I'm cooking in a cast iron pan, which, always takes a little longer. Also, I did tell you in the video that I was working on medium-high heat, well, because my pan is so thick. Your pan might not be so thick, so you need to be careful not to burn your meat, okay? Don't be flipping it all the time. Just let it do its thing, let it brown, and then flip it, but be careful. And thirdly, I'm at 10,000 plus feet high here, and of course things take a little longer to cook. So as long as you have a nice juicy, fully cooked pork chop, you will be fine. Let's make this, okay? Okay, we're gonna make a rub for our pork chops. I only have 3 pork chops, so I'm not gonna make a lot of this. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of curry in this bowl, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of thyme. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper in here, a teaspoon each. We'll mix that, and I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil to this, enough to make a paste. You could add brown sugar to this if you wanted. I'm trying not to eat sugar, so I'm not going to, but a little brown sugar in here would do wonderful. So just a little drizzle of olive oil, enough to make a paste. Like that. So now I'm just going to rub the 3 pork chops on both sides, and we're gonna let these sit at room temperature for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna fry them. While these are sitting, we'll make our salsa. I have a small mango which I peeled and cubed. If you want to learn how to do that, I have a video on fruit salad and I show you exactly how to do that. We're going to add a couple tablespoons of chopped red onion to this, and 2 radishes, which I also cut. I'm going to add a tablespoon of chopped cilantro. I'm going to mix this. Just going to squeeze some lime in there. We're going to season this with some salt. And it's ready. So now let's cook our pork chops. I have a cast iron pan here which has been heating for about 5 minutes. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to it, a couple tablespoons. And I'm going to put the pork chops in here. That's what we want, that nice sizzle. We're going to allow these pork chops to get a nice brown crust on one side, and then we're going to flip them over and finish cooking them. They have to be completely cooked through, because pork, is not healthy to eat raw. The reason that I set them at room temperature for a few minutes is so that they don't have like cold spots because of the refrigerator, and that way they'll cook more evenly. Okay, I'll see you when I flip these. It's probably going to be about, I'm going to say about 5 minutes. One more thing I want to tell you is don't try and flip these too early. If they stick to the pan, once it's ready and they're brown, they will unstick by themselves. But if you tear it off, you're going to take all that nice crust off and tear it apart from the meat. So just be patient, okay, and let it do its thing. Okay, so these developed a nice crust on the bottom. I flipped them. This took about 5 minutes, guys. I'm gonna wait another 5, and then we're probably gonna flip them a couple more times, for a minute each. We'll see. But we'll let these keep on cooking. All right, I'm gonna turn these over one more time. Yes, they're starting to look very good. And we're gonna give them a couple more minutes on each side. You know, it's tricky to cook pork chops because you want them to cook through, but you don't want them to be dry. So you gotta be careful not to overcook them or undercook them for that matter. All right, so a couple minutes went by. Now I'm going to flip them again. Oh yeah, those look good. And we're gonna let them cook for another couple of minutes. And here, my friends, is our pork chop with the salsa that we made. And I just have some mashed sweet potato here. All it is boiled, mashed with a little bit of milk and a tiny bit of butter. I didn't even put salt or sugar in it. That's all it is. This recipe will be on the website, waiting for you guys to come and print it. Eat well, my friends, without going broke. I'm gonna see you soon. You know, another way to know that this is cooked would be to use a meat thermometer and just test it. It should be at 160. But you want juices that are not bloody, just clear juices running. And as I said, you don't want to dry this up. So let's try it. This combination is just perfect with the mango. Let's make a big heap full here. Lost my salsa there. I really hope you guys try this. It is so good. The curry, you know, gives the mango with the lime and the cilantro just such an amazing taste. This is really good stuff. And it's really easy to make. All right, guys. I'll see you soon.